Yo. Yes? One moment. Who is it? All right. I have made a number of complaints and I'm recording live at the moment. I've been harassed by the police, so I'm not opening the door unless you have a warrant. And I'm recording this and filming it. It's being streamed live. Is there a reason you're here, officer? All right, I heard you said you just wanted to talk to me for a moment. Give me a moment and we'll continue our talk. Okay, officer, I have on film an illegal harassment by the Houston Police Department, and I've made a number of complaints which aren't being engaged in any real way. And at the moment, this seems like a further continuance of that harassment, an illegal form of harassment and an abusive form of psychological warfare being precipitated by the Houston Police Department and seemingly some people paying them off to do so. So I see that you're still there, but you don't have any reason to be because clearly this abuse has been caught. So is there a reason you are here, officer? What is that reason? Okay, well, who is that lady? What is her first name? Nicole. Well, I don't know any Nicoles who are in any position to know of my mental state. Anything that any Nicole would know would be on YouTube. Other than that, there is no reason for you to be here. Do you mean those people who surrounded me in an elite? I mean, it seems that these people would have chosen now to do this because all of this is coming out in a way that it's quicker than they can imagine. The women are clearly caught as rapists. The men are clearly caught as rapists. The men, if they wanted the lives, any kind of good life, would have to listen to the man in authority, God, who is king everlasting into perpetuity. Matthew Ray Wilkins, who's been affronted in a way where people are going to be thrown alive into burning sulfur lakes. It's biblical. I mean, this is rape abuse. No woman cannot be raped in this society where they can rape down the actual emperor who has control of everything, Matthew Ray Wilkins, in a fashion in public, just as they did to Jesus, who clearly, was actually fixing people's problems, unlike this gang of seemingly, isn't the president's limo called the Beast? Is that the throne of the Beast? Is he like the Beast Emperor or something that has been somehow subversively snuck into whatever Donald, is that Donald Trump? You do, like, in this limo called the Beast, is that the throne of the Beast? Like, what's up with that? It's not, that doesn't sound like the throne of the Word of God or something. So, this is a huge scandal, and these people trying to terrorize me, make me feel uncomfortable here at my home, and they've been doing so since I was a small child in ways which it's inappropriate, treasonous, and illegal. That these people are trying to make this, well, are you gonna hurt anybody or what? You can clearly see the mountains exploding. It says a third of mankind is gonna die suddenly. It would appear that it's because of this abusive behavior that these people are not engaging in any real way in mental confusion land while this is live going on is, exactly what that, by mental confusion land, I mean Babylon, because that's what that means. And the Bell, in House of Bell, is that Bella Hadid, more of that? So, I mean, this is done. All these garbage-ass people who are precipitating abusive behavior, I mean, that makes the Houston Police Department look terrible. It's not like I grew up hating the police or anything, but you guys just keep harassing me in immoral, illegal ways and not dealing with the problems, even when I'm pulling as many fire alarms and doing everything that I can to actually say, there's something that you and this country need to engage, else you won't be this anymore. It's just obvious. I mean, if that was the whole point of the Prince of Rosh and Tubal and Meshech and this Mecca nation, you know, Mecca and the false Islam religion, which I clearly just showed is a huge fan fiction. I mean, if they're such big fans, follow Isa. I mean, that's how it ends anyway. Yo, follow Matthew Ray Wilkins. Clearly closer to Isa than anybody else, right? It would seem as if he's my son, or father, or what does he say about that? Oh yeah, go to the Bible, don't go to that fan fiction. You know, that Bible. The Bible that takes a dump on their fan fiction. I mean, seriously, they took the name of the God that they claim to follow out of that Bible. I mean, that's an issue that even the Christians are going through, right? I say the Christians. Didn't Jesus go around saying the Jews and your book and stuff? I mean, is it not his book? Is he the king of it, or is he just making points? Very relevant, accurate points which need to be engaged in mental confusion land, because that's where we're in. We're not in any kind of kingdom of heaven where this makes sense. We're in a place where they're still confused as to why they're coming and dealing with me. I mean, they don't seem to have any knowledge of why. We just got a complaint. Someone named Nicole was worried. You know, again, the only Nicoles that I know is that Nicole Fritchie, because, I mean, you're clearly around this situation in an abusive fashion. You aren't engaging in, you're being silent on rape abuse. You're having kids in a rapist and abusive fashion where you're not engaging the word of God, who you surrounded along with these other people in an abusive fashion and have not actually spoken out in any way. You've only tried to, using the gang police force, which is now falling apart because, I mean, they're being used in ways which it can't work here in America. I'm more of the police than they are, obviously, because, I mean, FBI, IA, whoever the else the fuck who doesn't want their organizations to fall would have to say, that person, that man right there is clearly sovereign and is making more sense out of this situation, more logic than these law systems, which didn't Jesus come to fix? I mean, there's a spirit that you're supposed to live by, not a bunch of laws, because the laws that those Jews don't even live by, those fake Jews that I keep talking about, I'm not hateful against Jews, they just don't even follow those laws anyway. They're just pretending to follow the culture, and they don't even follow the culture anyway, and they don't even follow the name or the word or anything, and they say Jew comes from Judea, which Judea comes from Jew, and Jew is, yo, you get it? So, I mean, you want to follow the Spirit. It's the Spirit of the living God, not a bunch of laws which lead to death. You see, it's just like that thing. They can't give you any way where you live. I mean, that comes from God, and that comes from the rights that God and sovereign over all existence has. They can only jam you up and adversarially lock you down in ways which slow you and society up. The whole point isn't to rule through police, it's to rule through a king who leads to life, not some kind of police force which is being used to hold life itself down for a bunch of people who are confused out of their mind in an abusive form because they were caught participating in abusive behaviors. I mean, this could have only happened if these people knowingly years ago got into gangs, false Christian gangs around me, and tried to execute me. And even in that, it seems as if they've been caught in a way. I mean, so they're asking if I'm being harmed right now. You can see the pain that it's causing me. Those people are trying to incur more psychological and pain on me. Psychological damage, emotional damage, spiritual damage, sexual damage. I mean, these people are working in coordination. And, I mean, it's not like all of this isn't just, I mean, we're coming out of a place where all of this isn't being watched, but my whole point with this is, I've been watched for a long time in ways where everybody around me has been watched, but also I'm just watching and I have a perspective that people don't even understand, and you aren't going to lock me down. I mean, you're trying and it's hurting people. It's hurting everyone. It's hurting everyone on the planet. It's leading to death itself, and they're still trying to do it. So that's why all the people are condemned who've done so. That's why I've been saying change your mind, else you're condemned for eternity. This is about to suddenly and imminently end. So, you know, it's going to imminently end. It's coming soon. So imminently, it'll be here soon. And it ends suddenly. You get it? All right. I'm gonna in this, I'm gonna end that which I was recording there, and I'm gonna stop recording. Okay, well, that'll be it. That'll be it. Again.